Is your car not starting? It take a little bit of time before it will start and crank over? Does it take about 10 to 15 seconds, maybe longer, before it actually starts? Are there codes P0365 or P0340? Then stick around and watch this video on how to fix that hard start problem. But today, instead of me working on the Challenger, I'm gonna be working on this other car that I got. I got a 2010 Dodge Avenger. It'll run. The guy had it running. He said it was running for 20 minutes, but then there was other times it wouldn't want to start and wouldn't want to run. But cool thing was it has brand new tires. Also the O2 sensor's been cut, so that could be a slight effect on it also with everything else going on, and possibly a cam sensor also. I believe it's the exhaust side on this engine. So first off, I got like 10 codes on here on the engine. I'll put it up on the screen. So we got a code of P0365. There's also P0340. That is the camshaft position sensor for bank 2. If you are getting that code though, you will most likely have a bad start. Hard to start. The cranks on this thing would take pretty long to start it up. Alright, so I just installed the new sensor. This one was the old one. It doesn't look bad or anything, but they still can go bad. So we're about to see if it's going to start up. P0365 cam sensor. It's usually bad. And this thing started right up. I did look at the wires, and because they were close to these other O2 sensors, or this O2 sensor that got burnt up, I thought it was going to be a cut wire also, but then I looked at it. It did have opened in wires, but they were still intact. It's just that the little insulator was slightly burned off and broke off just from, you know, wear and tear and heat and everything like that. So I'm going to sort that out and make sure that it doesn't make contact with anything else. I'm just going to make my own connector as it is, because that side's cut up and the other side's cut up. Not so much a how-to, but how I'm going to be able to fix it and how it's going to be fixed. I've got a bunch of these harnesses laying everywhere. Splice them in. This is going to be the fix for me. So all in all, if you have a P0365 or a P0340, that's for cam position sensors, and there's 2 of them on this car because it's got a VVT on it. There's one for the intake side and there's one for the exhaust side. So if your car does not want to start, this would be the best place to start. But before that, the first thing you would need to do is check your codes, and then if you got any of those codes, that would be the best place to start, because those don't cost tip that much, and the exhaust side is slightly easier to get to. The intake side is a little harder, but you still can get to it without having to pull a whole lot of stuff off of the engine.